Hello. Hello, everyone. How are
Hi.
you? Hi, Erin.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. I know we are a few minutes late. I apologize for that. We are having some problems getting Gertrude. She is on the other side of may or may not have Gertrude, but we're hoping that we do. If not, you just have Erin and me, which is completely fine.
Not
And
a bad thing.
so wanted to welcome everybody who's watching. Super excited to have you guys all here. My name is Cindy Gersch, and I have with me today the lovely Erin Washington, who is with
Thank
Squats
you.
and Margaritas. And we are broadcasting like all over the place, Erin. Like we're live all over the world. It seems like that's what's so super cool about like social media these days, right?
I've never done this before. I've only gone live on Instagram. This is amazing. Thank you for
Yeah,
having me.
it's pretty cool, right? Yeah, we can
Yeah.
broadcast live on all of mine channels. So I know we're broadcasting on my YouTube, LinkedIn, and 2 Facebook channels. And I know we're broadcasting live on several of yours as well.
Yes, my Facebooks. Hi, Facebook friends.
So exciting. To our watching, thank you so much. We encourage you to, since we can't see you, we would encourage you to please put any questions, thoughts, comments that you have in any of the comment boxes, chat boxes, wherever you're watching from, because we will pick those up under the chat. Some we can see your name, some we cannot. So we may or may not be able to know who is asking the question. Oh, look. I think we have Gertrude.
Yay!
Yay. Okay, fantastic. So we have everyone here, which is fantastic. Okay, I'm very excited. We were just getting started, Gertrude. So good. We have everybody here. So I'm excited that we have everybody here. And like I was just saying, we just are getting started. We welcome you all from wherever in the world you are watching from. If you do have questions or comments, we do encourage you to put them in the comment box, the chat box, or whatever. We can see them. We will get to all of your questions and comments. Thank you for being here. So I want to, again, just introduce myself. My name is Cindy Gersch, and I am honored, privileged to be here today with Gertrude Matchie, who is with Her Story, and Erin Washington, who I said before is with Squats and Margaritas, the podcaster herself. And we are here to talk to you guys today. You have heard us teasing this. How much have we been teasing this? You have heard us teasing this now for, it seems like forever. We are teasing, and we've been talking about this reality TV show, this new show that is coming out that has been the brainchild of Gertrude. But before we get there, I would love Gertrude and Erin if you just give us a very quick introduction. Tell us a little bit about each of you. So Gertrude, I'm going to start with you. Tell us who you are.
Who am I? That's a big question. Well, I am originally from Zimbabwe. I have been living in New Zealand for the last 21 years and 1 year in Melbourne, Australia. And I call myself a serial social entrepreneur. I believe in creating businesses, in making money, so I can make a difference in the world in small ways. My passion is around empowering women to find their voices, to speak, and get them out of poverty. I was one of those women. I know what it's like to be born in a country, in a village with no electricity, with no running water, with limited opportunities as a human being. And the privilege that I had when my parents put everything they had in educating me and getting an education and getting out of poverty. Children are my next passion because I think children are the future. I believe if we can educate the next generation, it's not just for us, but it's for them. It's more for the next generation than for anything else. So I've dedicated my life to this cause. I have created several businesses when I moved to New Zealand, from recruiting doctors, medical staff, to property investing, to being a actress in Avatar and King Kong with Peter Jackson and James Cameron. going back to college to become a filmmaker, which has brought us on this path, and creating a movement called the Her Story Circle, where I have empowered thousands of women to share their stories online, to uplift, inspire, energize. I believe we can change the world through our stories, and that's what this reality TV show is going to be about.
Amazing. And
That's
yeah,
me in a nutshell.
that's what I've been saying. I feel like you've done it all. You've done it all, right? And so much good, so much good. And in Erin, I say, I don't know if it was manifestation, what it was that the three of us got together to meet. Erin and I both live in Atlanta, which is crazy, but we haven't met yet, face to face at least. So Erin, tell us a little bit about you and some of your passions as well.
I have to go after Gertrude.
I know, right?
Well, I am a mom of two. Like you said, I live south of Atlanta. I grew up playing soccer. I was always an athlete. In college, I abruptly ended my soccer career. And what followed was 10 to 12-ish years of depression, eating disorders, just having no self-worth. And I kind of found my worth and value at 37 after having kids. So I created Squats and Margaritas, which is my brand, my podcast, my book, to inspire other women to live life with balance, to stop all of the stressing and obsession and calorie counting and enjoy their life, and to still make themselves a priority. Because I feel like a lot of women, when they become moms, they kind of forget about themselves. So inspiring women to find their best physical body, to, you know, find their passion, which I found in doing my show and writing my book. And I hope to continue to inspire women that way. I've started speaking, and I got connected to Gertrude, just putting out into the universe that I wanted to do a TED Talk, and everybody's like, Gertrude Mache, so you need to talk to. And we talked once, and so many things have come from that conversation, and it's brought us right here to talk about the reality TV show.
Yeah, it's amazing how things work, right? Because I feel the same way. I'm like, Gertrude and I are like, how did we even connect? We don't even remember, but here we are. And I think, you know, what's important is that we all have the same mission, right? We're all here to raise awareness for whatever our social platforms might be. And so we have this perfect opportunity to do so with this, like I said, this brainchild of Gertrude's. And we've been teasing it. We've been talking so much about it. But now's the opportunity to really tell everybody, Gertrude, what is the Keepers all about and how can people get involved? It's so exciting. What is the Keepers?
So imagine a show like The Voice, American Idol, TED Talks, Britain's Got Talent, all mixed into one, where you have a group of women who are coming to share their stories, to articulate their message, almost like a thought leader. Our tagline is inspired, ideas, ignited, and implemented. We're all about how can you share a story of something you've done that can spark a light in somebody else's heart, and they see something in their environment that they're not happy about, and you give them a shortcut way to finding a solution to that problem. Mm-hmm. So the show will play out like this: 100 women coming to New Zealand and Australia, competing to articulate their message. They are judged by their peers. So the women in the circle are the judges. So the other women competing will choose the winners. On the other side, you know, I've watched a lot of reality TV shows. They're entertaining, but a lot of them don't really have purpose. There's a lot of negativity, and most reality TV shows are driven off the tension of the drama that's created, right? But what if we could do the same thing? The drama in our lives is already there. The backstories of each of these women, there's lots of twists and turns. I mean, when I listen to your story, Cindy, and Erin's story and my story, we've had pretty dramatic lives in themselves. For us to be here, to be able to share those stories, we've come a very long way. So we can still create that kind of tension from the backstories of where we've come from. And we create influencers of all of these women. The women who are coming to speak are go-givers, not go-getters. Women who see something in the world that they feel they can change.
Mhm.
And the people following them on social media, like what we're trying to do now, will contribute and give $1. Imagine if we had 1 million people listening to this interview right now, and each and every one of you who's listening says, this is an unusual show. I want to be a part of investing in this and making sure it comes to life. And you go onto our donation link and just give us $1. We're not asking for a lot of money. $1 can go a long way if it's coming from 1 million people, right?
Yep.
So we will create influencers of all of the women participating in this reality TV show. And the vision is we could raise $1 million for every single woman to go back to her community and make a difference in some way.
Absolutely. And I love that so much. I think making a difference. And like you said, $1. Erin, what was it about this idea that enticed you, that made you want to say, listen, I'm gonna, throw my hat in the ring, and I'm gonna go with this idea and head over to New Zealand and Australia and participate in this pilot? What was it about it?
The timing gives me goosebumps. I just established my foundation. Cindy, I haven't even announced it yet, so I guess this will be the announcement. I am so passionate about helping other women, especially younger girls, find self-worth and not be wrapped up in body image and feel like that is their worth. I struggled for 20 years and there was nothing that I knew of like this. So I created a foundation that will provide mentorship from women that have been through the things to come back and talk. I want it to be like retreat style events, not like you're going to a therapist with somebody that has a clipboard. You're talking to a trusted person that gets it and has been through the same things. And it doesn't matter if it's body image or eating disorders, which was my background, your sexual identity, anything that you're struggling with that's making you feel kind of isolated and alone. I want to have a woman that is part of my foundation, Blue Butterfly, to be there to mentor, to share her story so that all other girls going through that particular thing doesn't feel alone. And I just launched it. And then Gertrude tells me about this show, like within the same week, about getting our foundations out there and what you want to change in the world. And there was nothing like this. When I was struggling, I was the only one that I knew of that was struggling with bulimia, anorexia. So to create a place that didn't exist, I would want to do anything I could to get my platform out there and get more eyes on it. And it was like Gertrude manifested and was like, here you go. So, yeah.
And it is. I mean, it's so important because, my social platform is FMDSA, Fibromuscular Dysplasia Society of America. I happen to have this disease that's extremely rare, fibromuscular dysplasia. It's a chronic disease that impacts my life. And so there's very little known about it. There's no awareness on it. And it was sort of the same thing when Gertrude came to me and I was like, I finally have this sort of outlet that I can tell people that can raise awareness, because when you raise awareness, you raise funds. Funds help, with research, and eventually, hey, maybe we'll have a cure for this disease. Who knows? And that's sort of ultimately what the goal would be. But Gertrude, back to sort of with your thought, when you were thinking about this, I mean, you're talking about 100 women, right? With 100 different organizations.
Yes.
I mean, realistically, and I'm just going to throw this out there. I mean, how does that even, is this really a doable thing? How do you do that? Right.
The thing is, we've already kind of done it with the Her Story Circle speakers platform. All of the events that we run, we have a minimum of 100 women speaking. So we've tested it. We've been doing it for the last 2-3 years. When COVID happened, we transferred our platform online. So we have conferences with 10 speakers every single day. We've done 31-day marathons for International Women's Month. So we've done it. We've already done it. The interest is out there. The women who have the stories are out there. We just need the support to do this pilot. And the vision is to pitch this to Oprah's network. That is our first choice. And Netflix. If they don't pick it up, we will produce this ourselves.
Mhm. Because like you said, there's absolutely nothing like this out there, right? And so, Erin, from your point of view, does that what are your thoughts on that? Does that excite you? Are you nervous? Like, what are your feelings right now as you're thinking like, oh my God, I possibly, hopefully will be flying to Australia to sort of open up. I mean, you really sort of have to be vulnerable, be a part of this.
It's exciting. It's not scary. I just feel like I've never felt so sure about something. Like, I know that this is my purpose. I know that Blue Butterfly will be my legacy. And just knowing that, like, trusting in the universe, the way that the name came to me, the way that Gertrude came to me, I just know that this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm more excited than anything. And just being able to finally share about this and get more eyes on it. More than being nervous about it. I've never been to Australia. I'm a little bit nervous about that and the flight. But I won't have my kids. So it's a whole different experience.
So what would you say, Erin, then? What would you say to other women who come up to you and say, hey, this might be something like I would be interested in eventually?
Doing the show?
Yeah.
To do it.
Participating in something like this.
If you feel called to do something, I feel like for so long, I just had like blinders on. I was just taking care of my kids and I would go for a run and listen to music. I started just walking and taking out the AirPods and just paying attention. And that is when you get the messages. And it's like the messages have always been there, but you're not paying attention. So any woman that feels like maybe there's something, you don't need to know what it is yet. It's just pay attention to the universe and just watch. When you put out there that you want to do something, people manifest. It happened to me. It happened to you. Exactly what I wanted to do. People were like, Gertrude. And then it evolved into something that could change the world. And then more people are brought into it. And it's exactly what I'm supposed to do. I'm confident in that. And I've never felt that sure about anything until now.
Absolutely. Gertrude, how can people help? I mean, I think, first of all, what I've been saying is just even like you said, $1 can make a difference. To say that you're a program, what are you asking people? How can people help? How can they support this program?
The best way you can support this program, besides giving us your dollar, is to spread the word. You know, they say that one person knows at least 250 other people. So if we had 10 people listening to this interview right now, and you told your 250 people, we've reached 2,500 people. That's how it works. That's how this universe works. That's how the power of the internet can help us spread the word. Please share this video on your social media platforms. And Erin said something that really resonates with me, and she used the word legacy. A lot of people wait until they become rich and famous and make a lot of money. And when they die, they bequeath X amount of money to charity. What we are creating with this reality TV show are living legacies. These are women who know why they're on this planet. They know their life purpose. They know the difference they're going to make in the world. And they're going to live and watch their legacy unfold. I'm 55 years old. I've just had my first grandson. And when this little boy was born, I started to think, I want to leave this planet a better place than it was before I came. Mm-hmm. I want to make sure that his world, his life will never be the same as my life was. Mm-hmm. 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 And so what can I do to make sure that my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren can say my grandmother came from Africa with $500, 3 kids, alone, to move to a foreign country with no one that I knew, and to build a legacy that I will watch grow before I die. This is going to happen in the next 10, 20 years. We will see the results of our work. And that's what excites me. This is what makes me wake up every day and talk to women from all over the world. In the last 4 years, I have curated, I think, 5,000 to 6,000 stories. of women in 25 countries. I'm online every single day like this, listening to these amazing stories. And what happens with stories is this. In Africa, we have a belief that stories are doors into other worlds. Unless you've met someone like me, you don't know what path I've walked. Unless somebody listens to Erin's story, and she's got a teenage daughter who's struggling right now with her weight, with her image, with her sexuality, whatever that is that that teen is struggling with. Unless you meet a woman like Erin who's got to the other side of that challenge, you don't have hope. You don't even know how to help your daughter. But you meet a woman who's gone through the fire and has come out on the other side and is saying, hey, I've been through this. I know what this feels like. I can help you. I can help your daughter. Erin's story is light at the end of the tunnel for a family who's listening to this conversation right now. And, Cindy, you're talking about your condition, your disease, people who have rare diseases that nobody knows of. Until I met you, I had never heard of this condition and the struggle that you go through on a day-by-day basis. How many people are lying in hospital beds right now looking for inspiration? That's what this show is about. The world needs good news. We've had enough of bad news stories and shows that show negativity and despair. This is a feel-good story. It will pick you up wherever you are.
I will pick you up wherever you are. I absolutely love that. And I can't see the name. It just says Facebook user. So it says, this excites me. My goal is to get paid bereavement leave for those who have lost a spouse or a child. 3 days is not enough. So true. So I think that's what's so great about this program is that there are so many people out there. Like, I never would have thought that's something that is so true. Like, that's very important, bereavement leave. But I wouldn't have thought of that. See, that's what I'm saying. Things like that, other social platforms out there that we need to raise awareness for. That people are, like you said, Gertrude, are struggling. And this show is going to raise awareness for them as well. And I think that's critical. So,
yeah, and one of our biggest investors has just said hi on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
So Terry Deems is one of the first women who saw the vision and came on board. She's invested $10,000 in getting this show off the ground.
Amazing.
So Terry's contribution has helped us buy all of the cameras that we need to film the pilot. So Terry, I'm excited that you managed to tune in and you can hear us doing our thing and getting some help. Thank you so much for all of your contribution, but for believing in me and seeing in me the potential that we have with this show. So you two will get to meet Terry. She's part of the tribe. She's one of the first women who stepped up to invest in this.
And I think that is so, so amazing. So, women who are watching this may say, hey, this may be something I want to participate in as well. So how do people find out about this? How, after the pilot program sort of in this is a success as it is, if people want to follow along, if you want more information, how do they go about finding that? What's the best way?
The best way is to follow us through social media. The Her Story Circle TV on YouTube is where we broadcast all of the stories. So please go and subscribe right now as you listen to this interview. Subscribe onto our YouTube channel because that's where we'll be broadcasting all of the stories as we curate them. And go onto our GoFundMe page. Give us that $1 and help us make this dream into a reality. And like I said, please spread the word. Put this on your Facebook page. And actually, as I'm saying this, Cindy, I struggled to connect my social media links to the live stream. If you could give me the link in the chat, I'll post it on my streams. For some reason, it kept giving me an error.
Okay.
But let's use the power of social media, please. Everybody use the power of social media to help us get the message out. And that's our donation page right there. The school that we are supporting is based in Zimbabwe. Very, very basic things that we need: running water, a feeding program for the kids. These little kids range from the age of 3 to 12. Zimbabwe is one of the poorest countries in the world. We're a country without a currency. We have no electricity in this school. We need to put a water pump so the kids have clean drinking water. It's very basic things that we're trying to manifest in this village. The biggest thing about this project as well is to try and keep little girls in school if they have a period.
Yes.
Did you know that most African girls don't go to school because our government does not import menstrual product that the poor can afford? Women are using bark, they're using newspapers if they have a period. So little girls miss days and days of school. So we're trying to raise money to build a factory, to teach the mothers how to make reusable sanitary pads for the girls, to keep our girls in school. So that's something else that you will be investing in. These are the kind of projects we're involved in. Very grassroots, take very little money to lift and implement, but we can't do it on our own. We need the help of our sisters all over the world.
Exactly. And Erin, I know you have a lot of followers on social media. You have quite a few people who are following you and who follow how your entire lifestyle, and the fact that you teach them, you educate them. What would you say to those of your followers to encourage them to participate as well?
I would say that if I have ever provided you any value, whether it be in a podcast, in a post, please give $1 to this cause, because it is very important to me. It just excites me. We all have these passionate platforms, but when we get together, like Gertrude and I, what we have done since we've come together, like I had the contacts, she had everything else. She had like what to do with it. And we came together, and everything we've built in the last, Gertrude, like couple of months, it's so inspiring. So bringing all these passionate women and these causes together, like just think of how much bigger it can be. And like Gertrude says, there's nothing like this. And I love reality TV, I'm not going to lie, but you're right. There's nothing, it's just drama. And we could be the first that is a reality TV show for good, and that brought, awareness to, like you said, like causes that maybe aren't getting a lot of eyes on them. So I would say, if I have provided any value, if you have laughed at any of my reels, any value that I brought to your life, please take the time to donate $1 to this passionate project. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I mean,
and in fact, this will be the illustration of what we're trying to do with the reality TV show, Erin. If all of you guys watching donate $1, this is the example of what the reality TV show will do.
Yes.
We're ready.
Yeah. Exactly. And Erin, I know you are a busy mom, so if you do have to step away, I know you're, real life does come in here. So I know that you are a very busy mom. So, feel free to say goodbye to us whenever you have to. We're kind of wrapping things up as it is, but I just want to make sure that we have quite a few people watching. And is to Erin's point, she has more than 70,000 followers on Instagram. My one Facebook group has over 20,000 followers. Gertrude, I know you have thousands and thousands of people you've touched. Right there, that's over 100,000 people, right? If each of you donated $1, that's $100,000 right there. Just from the people who are from 3 social media outlets. That's it. That's not including any sort of other personal outlets that we may have as well. We all have LinkedIn. We all have, I have Instagram and whatnot. And this is really the time for giving as well, right? Cindy Burns, who said that before. That was the Facebook user was Cindy Burns who said that. So yeah, to Cindy's point, there are so many other social platforms. So this really does, Gertrude, really does appeal to a variety of other platforms that we may not even know about.
Yes.
And can I just say, how cool would it be to say that you were part of getting the show made? So when this gets picked up and it's the first reality TV show for good, you can say you contributed to making the pilot for that show. Like you would have a hand in that.
Exactly.
So that alone, I think would be so cool to say you're one of the original investors in the Keepers.
Exactly.
And
that's what
please
we
make sure that you give us your names when you donate. Don't donate anonymously, because we'll never get to know who were the first believers in this project. So make
Yes.
sure you donate, give us your name so we get your emails, and we can keep you in our mailing database and keep in touch with you and show you the progress. You will be part of our inner circle. You will see this show unfold.
Yes. And we will wrap it up now. I know that we so this would only be half an hour. So I just want to say as well, there's 20,000 small businesses that are in my Facebook group as well. If you are a small business owner and there is some way else besides financially that you can help us out, there's a lot of other ways that people can help. Please reach out to us. We are willing to listen to anything, any ideas that people have. Believe me, this is, there's nothing like this, like we said before. So we're kind of, starting from the beginning as well. So with that, to sort of, like I said, I'm going to put up the GoFundMe page one more time. But Gertrude, just to sort of summarize, what would you like to say to sort of wrap things up to those people who are watching?
I'd like to say, be the change you want to see in the world. Be the change, or support those who are on the ground being the change. So the Keepers is about the custodians of this planet, the people who feel that they are put on this earth to make it a better place, nature, to look after our children, to look after women. Be the change that you want to see in the world, and you can do that through us.
Absolutely agree. Beautifully said. Erin, last minute thoughts from you.
I'm so inspired by everything that Gertrude said, and that's my favorite quote in the world. For me personally, be the change is what I live by. Like, there wasn't something like this for me, so I created it. And anyone can do that. It's like, pay attention to the signs. What you are supposed to do with your life is right there. You're just not paying attention. And once you find it, like you said, you're going to go live and you're going to get fundraise and do whatever you have to do to make, to get eyes on the cause and make whatever you're supposed to do happen. And that's why the three of us are here today, because we know that we're supposed to make this. We know, we don't remember how, but we know we all came together and it was all for a reason. And it's to make this show. And it would just be so exciting to have the original fundraisers be our community of friends and family. They got this thing off the ground.
I love it. It's so perfectly said. And, just to sort of end things, I say all the time when people ask me, because I myself personally have started 3 nonprofit organizations, and people ask me, aren't you busy? Don't you do? And I say all the time, kind of what you said, Gertrude, I want to leave this earth better than it was when I got here. I want to leave a legacy for my kids, as Erin said. I want my kids to look up to me and to be proud, right? So I want to do whatever I can to make that happen. And to everybody who's watching and listening, I know things are tough for a lot of people and everything that's happening, but as we've said before, your $1 will make a huge difference. We're literally asking for $1 from everybody who's watching, from all of our family and friends, from all of our Instagram followers, our social media followers. $1 can make a huge difference. And as Erin said, what a cool thing to say that you were part of getting this awesome new show, reality TV show that's going to touch the lives of millions of people around the world off the ground. So with that, I just want to say thank you so much to Gertrude and to you, Erin, first of all, for your amazing ideas and just having such a servant's heart and wanting to always give back and do good. And so I'm so humbled and honored to be a part of this program and to just have you both in my lives now. So thank you. And to everybody who's watching, thank you all for your support. Again, the GoFundMe link has been scrolling this entire time. It is on all of our social media links. We're literally asking for $1. Yes, and as Terry said right now, it is never too late. Age is only a number. We're going to end it.
Amen. Amen,
Have
Terry.
a great day, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Cindy.
Bye.
Bye, Erin.